Very good evening and thanks so much for being with us here on India Today. You're watching 6 p.m. Prime with me, Chaiti Narula. The big story that is defining our news agenda this evening is the arrest of Priyanka Gandhi after being detained for more than 30 hours. She has been arrested under various sections of the IPC. How lawful is this arrest, or is this political tourism by the Congress party? But first up, take a look at the lay of the land. Protesters mowed down by SUV. Lathi attack by farmers. Lynching of BJP workers. It is battle zone Lakhimpur. Amidst fierce showdown, political barbs fly thick and fast. Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra leading her party's offensive from the front in preventive detention since early hours of Monday after a night-long cat-and-mouse game with the UP cops.
बताओ किस आधार पर मुझे रोक रहे हो? निकालो, ऑर्डर निकालो, नहीं तो मैं यहाँ से नहीं हिल रही हूँ और तुम मुझे उस गाड़ी में बिठाओगे तो तुम्हें किडनैपिंग का चार्ज लगाऊंगी मैं और पुलिस को नहीं तुम्हें लगाऊंगी, समझे?
Lodged in the Sitapur guest house, protesting with a symbolic Jhadu act on Monday. A day on, Priyanka escalated her attack a notch higher, taking on Prime Minister Narendra Modi, daring him to act on the video showing mowing down of the protesters.
ये वीडियो आपके सरकार के एक मंत्री के बेटे को किसानों को अपनी गाड़ी के नीचे कुचलते हुए दिखाता है। इस वीडियो को देखिए और इस देश को बताइए कि इस मंत्री को बर्खास्त क्यों नहीं किया गया है और इस लड़के को अभी तक गिरफ्तार क्यों नहीं किया गया है।
Even alleging her illegal detention without any FIR while Lakhimpur accused are roaming free.
मेरे जैसे विपक्ष के नेताओं को तो आपने हिरासत में बगैर किसी ऑर्डर, बगैर एफआईआर के रखा है। मैं जानना चाहती हूं कि ये आदमी आजाद क्यों है।
While Priyanka was formally arrested for plan to commit cognizable offence, unlawful assembly, abetting wrongdoing and conspiring, her team pointed out to a drone flying over Sitapur guest house to the claim the government is keeping a tab on her from the skies.
ये ड्रोन कैमरा ऊपर सरकार ने लगा रखा है और ये कैमरा उनके कमरे के बाहर चल रहा है और ये प्रियंका जी जिस कमरे के अंदर हिरासत में रखी गई हैं और ये ऊपर आसमान में ये ड्रोन सरकार का, तो ये है इस डरी हुई सरकार की सच्चाई।
Priyanka's supporters took down police barricades in Sitapur seeking her release. The BJP has called Priyanka's offensive a stunt to remain politically viable. This is yet another bid by the Congress's warrior princess to take on the Yogi government. In October last year, Priyanka and brother Rahul met the family of Hathras victim after the high drama and similar dramatic face-off with the UP police. Is this Priyanka's bid to establish herself as the face of Congress in Uttar Pradesh?
Will you be the face of the party taking up issues?
What I will be. It will be seen. I am General Secretary of Uttar Pradesh. I am working hard. I have been working hard for the last 2 years to build my party here, and that is my job. That is my duty. To be honest, I am here because of what has happened to the farmers. I am here to be with them and stand by them. So for me to answer these questions at this moment, like who is going to be the face, seems a little frivolous, don't you think?
In months from now, we will know if she managed to deliver for Congress, increasingly marginalized in India's politically most crucial state. Bureau Report, India Today. My colleague Rajdeep Sardesai spoke to Congress leader P. Chidambaram, who touted this particular detention followed by arrest of Priyanka Gandhi illegal and violating several sections of the CRPC. Here is what P. Chidambaram has to say.
They have compounded the illegality. The sections they have invoked are Section 151 of the CRPC, Section 107 and Section 116 of the Indian Penal Code. So they have finally admitted the arrest was under Section 151. If you arrest a person under Section 151, you cannot keep the person beyond 24 hours. They have kept her for nearly 36 hours. That itself is illegal. And then they are invoking Section 107 and Section 116 of the IPC, which is abetment. You can't abet in the air. You can't abet in the vacuum. You'll have to say, what did she abet? Which offense did she abet? Who did she abet? Nothing is stated. You simply throw a charge of abetment because under 151, there's no charge. So this is complete illegality. The earlier illegality is being compounded by this act. And they didn't produce her before the magistrate. I believe the challan was sent to the magistrate's court, and the magistrate passed an order of remand without even seeing her. Under Section 167, a person can be under detention for 24 hours, and if the investigation cannot be completed in 24 hours, the person shall be produced before the magistrate, who may pass an order of remand. But without even seeing the person arrested, how does the magistrate pass an order of remand? This is UP is worse than Alice in Wonderland.
Priyanka Gandhi is arrested, and if you're wondering where is Rahul Gandhi, let's get you the report of where Rahul Gandhi is. He is very much in the national capital, in his house in Delhi. A short while from ago, he also ended up meeting Shiv Sena MP Sanjay Raut here in the national capital. So on one hand, the sister is energizing the Congress party. She's leading this offensive from the front, but Rahul Gandhi seems to be totally amiss from all the action. He's here in Delhi in a meeting with Sanjay Raut just moments back.
Something that seems to be raising a whole lot of eyebrows is the fact that Rahul Gandhi still continues to be in the national capital and only showcasing solidarity through his Twitter handle. Whether this is a part of a larger agenda in a bid to bring together a united opposition against the BJP government in Uttar Pradesh, against the incident that took place in Lakhimpur, or is it another chance that has been missed by the Congress party, is something that only time will tell. For India Today, this is Mohit Sharma with video journalist Ashwini Helen.
What is Priyanka Gandhi's big plan in Uttar Pradesh ahead of the assembly polls? Let's get you the big plan of Priyanka Gandhi Vadra on your screens right now. Number one, to establish herself as a face against the current sitting Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath. Plan number two, on your screens right now, a bid to boost the Congress party right ahead of the poll. She's on the offensive. She's the one energizing the Congress party at the moment. Number three, galvanize the Congress party cadres by raking up several emotive issues. And number four, right on the sentiment against the Bharatiya Janata Party as far as the farmers' issues are concerned. And while the opposition leaders are not being allowed to go to Lakhimpur to meet the kin of the victims, Sushmita Dev was the one who ended up going and meeting the victims' kin. My colleague Paulami Saha got a chance to speak to on the phone, and here is what Congress's Sushmita Dev had to say.
I believe that you and your team of TMC members of parliament have reached Lakhimpur Kheri. So far, what have you seen? What have you gathered from speaking to people on the ground over there?
The sister has said that they will not do the cremation unless the government admits that it is the farmer who has been martyred. They are saying they are anti-national people. Number two, they want postmortem to be done in Punjab or Delhi. They do not accept the postmortem of the Uttar Pradesh government. And lastly, they have refused to take the compensation, saying they don't want compensation, they want justice. And failing this, they are not going to cremate. They are saying they have eyewitnesses of firing, and therefore they want these postmortems. They don't want to cremate the bodies. That postmortem should be done in Punjab or Delhi.
Okay.
Until these conditions are met, they may not cremate. Let's hope that the UP government doesn't possibly cremate them.
Also, the fact that, a lot of opposition leaders were stopped from going to Lakhimpur Kheri. You, of course, managed to reach.
It is crystal clear why opposition leaders have been stopped, because UP government has lots of things to hide. because it's a government of criminals as far as I'm concerned.
We're joined on this broadcast by Anila Singh of the Bharatiya Janata Party and Charan Singh Sapra of the Congress Party. To you first, Anila Singh. Anila Singh, what was the need to impose Section 144 in Lakhimpur and stopping the beeline of the opposition leaders who wanted to meet the victim's skin? And secondly, the Congress is touting the arrest of Priyanka Gandhi, her detention too, followed by the arrest, as completely illegal. How do you respond?
It is not illegal at all. And how anyone can ask this thing that why 144 CRPC in Lakhimpur? We know it very well. The situation was very, very volatile. And if people or people like Priyanka Vadra or Akhilesh Yadav and other opposition leaders would have been allowed to go there, what they would have done? They would have simply, what we say in Hindi, aag mein ghee dalne wala kaam, they would have done that. So because whole atmosphere was emotionally charged. I mean, their presence would have enhanced.
You're saying that her arrest was not illegal. Was there an order from the judicial magistrate? Because without which her constitutional rights get violated under Articles 19 and 21 and get grossly violated, and her arrest violates several provisions of the CRPC, Anila Singh.
With fundamental rights, there are fundamental duties as well. We know it very well that our opposition was going there just to gain some political brownie points. They were not there to pacify any situation. And it is the prerogative of any ruling government that if they want, they can implement 144 CRPC. And this is what UP government did. And they did it in a very right way.
Charan Singh Sapra, how do you respond to Anila Singh, who says it is the prerogative of the ruling party to impose Section 144 and the opposition was going there just for political tourism? Was Priyanka Gandhi trying to posture herself and just go there for her vote bank, or did she really mean business in terms of either standing by in solidarity with the victim's skin? What was she trying to achieve by going to Lakhimpur?
See, Chaiti, this is not the first time that Priyanka ji is going for such an issue. You know, she also went to meet the family of the Hathras victim or Sombhadra victim, and now this Lakhimpur Kheri. I also remember during Unnao rape, also she was very keen to meet the family members over there. It's not about politics exactly, it is about showing sympathy and solidarity with the families of the farmers who have been killed brutally. And I feel it is the legitimate right of opposition party and the leaders of opposition party, especially Priyanka Gandhi, who has been spearheading, who has been galvanizing the party in Uttar Pradesh, who has been keeping the flock together and taking up various issues which are relevant and which are showing the misrule of Yogi Adityanath government. I feel, looking at the scenario of Lakhimpur Kheri, I feel the situation over there is such, if somebody, this is like Modi's New India, if somebody wants to raise voice against the administration, then there would be a SDM who will order the police to smash the head, or there will be a chief minister like Mr. Khattar who will instigate the BJP leaders to take up lathis and arms to fight the farmers, the protesting farmers, or there will be a union minister who will threaten to silence the farmers' protest in 2 minutes, or there will be a convoy of the union minister which will brutally or mercilessly kill the innocent farmers who are walking on the road. I feel this is the situation under
Charan
BJP.
Singh Sapra, to play devil's advocate, just to play devil's advocate, you said that Priyanka Gandhi Vadra has visited the victim's skin in, she was trying to do that in Lakhimpur, she did that in Unnao, she tried to do that in Hathras, but what really came out of it? Outside of showing solidarity, was there any kind of action that she ended up taking for the victim's skin at that point of time? And hence, the BJP's argument here is that why unnecessarily blow it up out of proportion, because anyway there was a lot of violence that was taking place, and according to the BJP, that is why Section 144 was imposed.
See, I feel BJP is afraid of Priyanka Gandhi and Congress party. They are scared that if Priyanka ji reaches over there, there might be a situation whereby, BJP would not be in a position to answer. Let me also give you an example. When 26/11 happened in Mumbai, it was Narendra Modi who just took a press conference when the NSG commandos were fighting the terrorists of Lashkar-e-Toiba. He took a press conference just 200 meters from the Taj Hotel where the fight was going on. Nobody restricted Narendra Modi over there, and this has never happened. Section 144 or these sets of rules have never been misused by Congress party. I feel there are different set of rules for Yogi Adityanath and Narendra Modi. Modi-cracy is trying to muzzle the democracy, and there are different set of rules for rest of the country, rules as per Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar's constitution.
Right.
Modi should adhere to the rules of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar and its constitution. They should not flout the rules. I feel they should not muzzle the voice of the opposition.
Anila Singh, how do you respond to Charan Singh, who says that the BJP government needs to stop flouting the rules, because the arresting police officer also told Priyanka Gandhi that she was arrested under section 151 of the CRPC, and any person who's arrested under section 151 cannot be detained for more than 24 hours unless there is an order of the judicial magistrate. Where is the order of the judicial magistrate, Anila Singh?
First of all, those who believe in democracy cannot teach us about democracy. We are strong believer in democracy, and we have always been like that. But what Congress believes in, everybody knows that. I mean, they all are Dinocrats and they follow these Danards. So please do not teach us that what democracy is. And UP government knows very well that whom they have to detain and whom they have to set free and whom they should be allowed to visit the place and whom they shouldn't. We are here to control law and order situation. We are not here to entertain somebody because she is a big face of Gandhi family or the Indian National Confused Party. So do you think that Yogi government is going to entertain her? We saw her photo optics. झाड़ू लगा रही हैं कांग्रेस पे तो झाड़ू उत्तर प्रदेश के लोगों ने लगा दिया पोछा भी लगा देंगे So what is this? This is simple.
So you think that Priyanka Gandhi was merely there for photo optics right ahead of the Uttar Pradesh elections, and she's somebody who's coming out to be a face of the Congress party, galvanizing the Congress party against Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath. Charan Singh, how do you respond to this? Because Priyanka Gandhi has been there earlier during Hathras, during Unnao as well, and according to the BJP, all of this happens to be political posturing.
See, Priyanka Gandhi ji has always been there in Uttar Pradesh, whether it was the Hathras, Sombhadra or Lakhimpur Kheri, or even when the Pandits were being killed or the Brahmins were being killed. On various issues, she has been there in Uttar Pradesh. Now, let me tell you very clearly about this particular Lakhimpur Kheri issue.
Yeah.
The name of Mr. Ajay Mishra is there in the FIR. Why he has not been arrested? Why Priyanka Gandhi is being arrested on the crime of being abetment? Abetment is untenable in this case. And what are the other rules? They are 107 and 116, which are, abetment, and 151, as you rightly said, they can't detain her for more than 24 hours. What are these IPC rules under which they are arresting? Why they are not arresting Ajay Mishra? Why they are not asking questions to the minister?
Very important question that has been asked by you. See, I want to let Anila Singh respond to this. Anila Singh, how do you respond to Charan Singh in terms of why is no action that has been taken against Ajay Mishra? Because there are news reports that are making way saying one of the cars belonged to Minister Mishra's representative Deepak Talwar and another to Mishra's son Ashish Mishra as well. What is the kind of probe that you have ordered as far as this incident is concerned and Ajay Mishra specifically is concerned? Because there have been 3 instances in the past where the minister has gone ahead and provoked farmers, and I can narrate them to you right now.
Number one, now judicial inquiry is on. So we should not speculate things and let the inquiry happen. And if I talk about FIR, I mean, I do not want to comment on that. We know it very well that FIR can be lodged because of various reasons. Again, I'm not going to discuss on about
Respond
it.
to me about the 3 points when there was provocation made by Ajay Mishra Teni. Respond to that.
Because I'm going to respond on that as well. See, I'm not advocate of Mr. Ajay Mishra, but I have a simple question from Mr. Chhabra. Mr. Chhabra, आप कहते हैं कि अजय मिश्रा ने अपने भाषण में ये कहा वो कहा. So I'll just take you back. जब इंदिरा गांधी जी की हत्या
Anila Singh, I don't want to know what happened in Indira Gandhi's time, and when you say Ajay Mishra ने ये कहा वो कहा, I will tell you what Ajay Mishra has said. Ajay Mishra has said ऐसे लोगों को कहना चाहता हूँ कि सुधर जाओ नहीं तो सामना करवा के हम आपको सुधार देंगे, 2 मिनट लगेगा सिर्फ. He wants to tell the people mend your ways, otherwise I will make them face me and set them right in 2 minutes, and this is proof of provocation.
See, I'm not justifying what he has said. He himself is going to...
Chetty, can I come in? Chetty,
But I have to tell Congress party कि इंदिरा गांधी की हत्या पे राजीव गांधी कहते हैं कि एक बड़ा दरख्त यानी वृक्ष गिरता है तो धरती हिलती है, उस धरती हिलने में इन्होंने सैकड़ों सिखों के सर कलम कर दिए थे।
अरे this is all what about Anila Singh? That last word from Charan Singh. Last word from Charan Singh. You wanted to comment? Please wind up. Charan Singh, over to you.
आपके लिए 100 खून माफ है।
Charan Singh, tell us what is the point you want to make.
See, I wish to say, Anila Singh said that there is an inquiry being conducted. Let me put it clear: if there is an inquiry being conducted, then the Minister of State for Home should resign immediately because he is the minister in charge of police also. How an inquiry will be conducted in a neutral way or free way when the minister is sitting in the chair and inquiry is being conducted against him and his son? So first Narendra Modi should ask his minister to resign, and moreover Narendra Modi today went to Lucknow. They were celebrating Amrit Mahotsav. What for Amrit Mahotsav? When the democracy is being throttled, democracy is being muzzled, they want to celebrate Amrit Mahotsav. Narendra Modi in last 48 hours, he has not given a single tweet, no sympathy towards these farmers who have been killed. Amit Shah has shown no sympathy, not a word, not in Lucknow, not on tweet. So what kind of rulers they are? This is completely a Hitler shy, a Hitler Raj in India, against which the people
all the time that we have, Charan Singh, you made your point. Anila Singh as well. Thank you so much for joining us on this particular broadcast.